Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replied that he is my servant. And he was mentioning his idols, I agree. But then when he called out my name, when he was mentioning the idols, nobody came, nobody replied. When he called out my name, I said I should reply so that he could feel the difference. So this will be the state of mercy of Allah in this world. It is said in a hadith that the person who goes for Hajj, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes him so pure from sins the way he was on the day when he was given birth. So this is what the mercy of Allah is. And then if somebody makes dua at the time of the Hajj affairs, not only Allah forgives all the sins, in a hadith it comes, Allah Ta'ala also protects him from sins. So it's very, very, very merciful. And the mercy is so much that in a hadith it comes that when a person dies and he was a sinner, and there's 40 mu'mineen in his janazah, in the janazah prayer, because of the barakah of those 40 mu'mins, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives all the sins. So the mercy in this world is abundant, but the way Allah is going to deal with the humans in Jahannam, in the hellfire, it is going to be very different. And Allah mentions this in the Quran, how He's going to converse with the kafirin. Then in the hellfire they will scream. In a hadith it comes, they will scream and they will keep on screaming for 1,000 years. And Allah will not respond. Until their voices will change from voices of humans to voices of dogs. So this will be the state in the hellfire. In the Quran it is mentioned Allah is going to converse with the people of hellfire only 5 times. And every time they will talk, Allah is going to respond with anger. So the response of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the people of hellfire in the hellfire is going to be different from how Allah responds in this world. So it is said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will talk to them. They will keep on saying, Rabbana absirna wa sami'na farji'na na'mal salihan. They will say to Allah, oh Allah, I've seen the truth now. The people of hellfire. Allah, send us back to the world and we will do good deeds. This is what they will say. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be in a state of anger. Now you come to me. قَالَقْسَأُوا فِيهَا. Stay there in the hellfire. وَلَا تُكَلِّمُ. And Allah is not going to talk to them. So there will be 5 types of conversation. 5 times a conversation is mentioned between people of Jahannam and Allah. Every time Allah is going to tell them to stay there. And every time Allah is going to tell them, Allah is angry at them. And after the 5th conversation, when they will say, Rabbana akhrijna haza, oh Allah, just take us out of this place. And at that time Allah is going to just stop talking to them. So this will be the condition of people of hellfire. And they will just plead, they will beg, oh Allah, just send us one time back again in the world and we will show you that now we are obedient. And the chance is gone. It's very different how Allah will respond to people of Jahannam from the way Allah responds to us in this world. So this is the time to do tawbah. The Prophet ﷺ says that Jibreel took me on the night of Mi'raj to show me the Jannah, the heaven, and also the hellfire. And he said, I came across a person whose face was like the face of a pig, and his body was like the body of a donkey. And it was a human. But the face was like a pig, and the body was like a donkey, and I was shocked to see that person. And I asked Jibreel, oh Jibreel, who is this man in hellfire? And he said that this was the person who used to backbite in the world. Allah has changed his face to the face of a pig, and his body the face of a donkey. Then the Prophet ﷺ said, I came across a person, and that person was such that he was this small, like a small ant. And a huge stone would be thrown onto that person, and he would become even smaller because of the weight of the stone. And he screams because of the hurt that he feels, the punishment that he feels. Such a huge stone is thrown on him, and he turns into a small ant. And then afterwards he gets up and he becomes like a human. Then a huge stone is again thrown on him, and he turns back into a small ant again. I was shocked to see the amount of punishment and the amount of pain that person was going through. And I asked Jibreel, who is this man? And Jibreel alayhi salam replied, O Prophet of Allah, this is the man who used to think of himself as very big. He used to be very arrogant in the world. Allah is showing that Allah can make him very small in one moment. So this is what is being happening to the person who is arrogant in the world. Then the Prophet ﷺ saw this woman, and that woman was tied with a rod with her hair. She was tied with her hair, and she was screaming like crazy. And the Prophet ﷺ felt very sad to see this woman who's, just imagine if you're being tied with something with your hair, and there were loud, huge noises of all these women. The Prophet ﷺ asked, who are these women? And Jibreel replied, O Prophet of Allah, these are the women who used to go outside of their house without covering their heads. And they used to show their beauty to other men, and this is what their final position is in the hell. Allah. So the situation in the hellfire is going to be different from how it is in this world. That is why the faces will turn dark immediately on the day of judgment when they will find out that they have to go into hellfire. It is going to be such that everyone will be in this condition that I can, if there's anything I can do to avoid this. And there will be in a hadith, there will be one man who will have one less deed, one less good deed than his bad deeds. So the insaf or the justice was that he should now be sent to the hellfire. And it is said in a hadith that on that day of judgment he is going to go to his father. That, oh my dear father, you fed me all through my life, and you were always concerned about my well-being in this world. I just need one good deed. Can you give me that one good deed? And the father is going to say that my hisab is not done yet. I cannot give you that one good deed. Why? Because they all see that hellfire. What that hellfire will be. The father will refuse the child. I will not give you my one good deed. And he's going to say, okay, let me go to my brother, the one who always loves me. And he goes there and he tells the mother, I just need one deed. You can just give me one deed. And the mother is going to say, no, not today. Today I will not be able to give you anything. I am myself in this state that I cannot not give anything out of my pile of good deeds. And he will be so in a state of shock. And he will be so sorry and sorrowful and depressed that my mother and my father are not ready to help me on this day. And he's going to run around looking for people. He'll find his brother is going to say, no. Yes, I helped you in the world. I cannot help you. Finally, there will be one person who's going to say, I'm going to help you. What a good person you are. And you will help me. You need one deed? I will give you my one deed. And he will ask him, my mother and my father are not ready to give me any deeds. You are ready to give me good deeds? And he's going to say, yes, I only have one deed. And all my deeds are bad deeds. So I have no hope. So this one deed is of no use to me. So you can take one deed. That's the only one deed you need. Okay, fine. There you go. And he gives us one good deed. And this man is happy as he has never ever been, ever. This is how happy he becomes. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looks at this man and he says, on this day you are showing mercy when mothers and fathers are not showing mercy. So if you are showing mercy on this day, let me tell you, I am more merciful than anyone else. I will also put you in the heaven because of this mercy that you have shown on this day. Allah is the Maliki Yawmiddin. He's the Malik of the Day of Judgment. That day is going to be different. And people of the hellfire will be dealt with differently from people who will be dealt with in this world. So that is why it is completely very important that we ask Allah's refuge, seek Allah's refuge from the hellfire. It is not just because of anything else that the Prophet ﷺ has taught us to seek refuge from the hellfire. And he taught us this dua, Allahumma inni as'aluka al-jannah. Oh Allah, I ask you to put me into the heaven. Wa na'udhu bika minan nar. I know Allah, I seek your protection from the hellfire. And the Prophet ﷺ, the Imamul Anbiya, he used to seek refuge. In Hadith it comes, every day after Fajr prayers, the Prophet ﷺ used to seek refuge. He used to make this dua 7 times. Allahumma ajirni minan nar. Oh Allah, protect me from the hellfire. And 7 times after Maghrib prayers, he used to make this dua, Allahumma ajirni minan nar. And look at who's making this dua, the person who's never ever committed any sins. And because of whom Allah has created the heavens and the earth. But this hellfire is such that we all should seek protection from this hellfire. So Allah Ta'ala says, يَوْمَ تَبْيَزُّ وُجُوهٌ. On that day, some faces, the moment they will see the heaven, and the moment they will feel that this is the place for me, the faces will just light. The happiness will be such that you could see the lightness of the face. And those who understand that now they have to go to the hellfire, automatically the sorrow is going to be such, and the faces will turn down. So this is one thing that we must all ask for protection from the hellfire. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from the hellfire and protect us from those things that take us towards the hellfire. So there's people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions on the Day of Judgment. There will be some people who will have bright faces and some people who have dark faces. The ayah that we did today, Allah Ta'ala explains what is going to happen to the people who will have dark faces. The next ayah, inshallah, that we do in the next class, Allah Ta'ala mentions those people whose faces will brighten up when they will be given the good news that they will enter into the heaven. I will do the translation one more time. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يوم تبيض الوجوه. On that day, some faces that shall turn bright, وتسود الوجوه, and some faces shall turn dark. فأما الذين اسودت الوجوه, and for those whose face will turn dark, they will be questioned. أكفرتم بعد إيمانكم, did you disbelieve after you have brought Iman? فذوقوا العذاب, now taste the punishment. بما كنتم تكفرون, because you had disbelieved. So we stop here, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك.